It's the same exact thing. Got it? So if the order doesn't matter, we divide by 2. And then it would have been a 10. Got it? Or they could have asked you something different, right? You have 5 people, right? 5 people shaking hands around the dinner table. How many handshakes are there? 5 by 4 divided by 2. It's the formula that we learned, right? N times n minus 1 divided by 2. I have to admit that you guys look as if you're nodding in the right places, you're answering questions relatively quickly. It feels as if most of us know the material quite okay, actually. So that's nice. Yeah, go ahead.
בשיעור, לפני שני שיעורים, נתת לנו שיעורי בית, ואמרת לנו לדלג על שאלות חפיפה. נכון שיש...
Yeah, so you have 2 groups, and you have items that might belong to each one of these groups. Yes, it's actually this one.
Yeah,
I know. It's a tricky topic, but we're not going to cover that today. I said that we're not going to cover anything new today. Good. Okay, moving on. So page, which is now this one?
Now 16.
Oh, question number 16, same batch.
עכשיו חוזרים אחורה
No, page 424, question number 16. Who's this? So Gabriel. So you have nt equals t squared divided by 2 minus 20t plus k. Quiet, please. If there was a 100-day period when the number of b's in a certain hive could be modeled by the function n above, and that function k is a constant. The kavon nt represents the number of b's on day number t. On day number t for t between 0 and 99. In other words, if I have, for example, the number of bees on the first day, because I don't know exactly what's going on, what do? I plug in comfy numbers or comfortable scenarios. So on the first day it's going to be 1 squared minus 2 divided times minus 20 times 1 plus some kind of a constant. Oh, okay, now I get a better feel for it. On what number of day was the number of bees in the hive the same as it was on day number 10? So, on day number 10, I know that the number of bees and 10 would have been 10 squared divided by 2 minus 20 times 10 plus k, right? Mm-hmm. And the question is, that is going to be equal to what? To the number of bees on what day? Let's call the other day x. Now, if the other day is x, that means just maintain the order of plug and in, right? If the nt equals t squared, then nx is going to be equal to x squared divided by 2 minus 20 times x plus a k. Got it? And these two, by the way, this question only looks daunting. It's not a very difficult question. So the question is just what x is. So because k is a constant, that means that I can simply disregard it, right? And this, because it's the same number, נכון, אבל זה אותו מספר, הוא קבוע. נכון שהוא אות, אבל זה לא משתנה. A variable changes, right? This is an unknown, but it's a constant, right? הוא קבוע, מספר קבוע. So that means that 50 minus 200 equals x squared minus 20 times x.
X squared divided by 2.
X squared, thanks. X squared divided by 2. So x squared, if I multiply this is a minus 150, right? So x squared, if I multiply everything by 2, x squared minus 40x equals a minus 300, and x squared minus 40x plus a 300 equals a 0. Everybody agrees? Mm-hmm. Now, we learned how to solve these questions really, really quickly. We said that we need to find two numbers whose product is 300, and whose sum is, just a sec, and whose sum is minus 40, right? What are these two numbers? Minus 10 and minus 30. Everybody sees it? Minus 10 plus minus 30 is minus 40. Minus 10 times minus 30 is indeed 300. And then we said that the roots are going to be the opposite. Fantastic. So the roots are going to be 10 plus 10 and plus 30. By the way, 10 is already one solution, so that means it's going to be 30. Basically, this entire question boils down to solving a quadratic equation, because the plug-in is not that hard. So Gabriel, this was yours?
Yeah, I just didn't understand the wordy.
Yeah, it was wordy. Question?
זה לא פונקציה, נכון?
Yeah, it is.
אבל לא זה פונקציות. זה
sorry?
פונקציות?
Not really. This is about as difficult as it gets. But sometimes you're talking about reflection. But reflection is like the turning about that I talked about right now. Unplugging in of numbers also solves it. Basically, a function is any kind of a connection between y and x. You plug in an x that is equal to this, and you get a y that is equal to something else. Got it? And that's exactly what I did here. I just, it's just about plugging in numbers. One last remark about this. None. Moving on, please. So, 423, question number 13. Yeah, so we're going to go back. So, 3, 4, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 12. The number n is to be added to the list above. If n is an integer, which of the following could be the median of the new list of the 7 numbers? Now, I don't know exactly how to solve it. I asked myself, maybe this is a maybe question. Fantastic. What do?
Plug in.
You plug in order to confirm. Exactly.
That's
I'm
not
sorry?
the median. אם אתה מוסיף, לא משנה מה תוסיף, תמיד המדיאן אותו דבר.
לא, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
מה
זה
אכפת
7.
לי מה תוסיף?
Let's see. Whose question was this? Okay. Now, this is a maybe question. What we do with maybe question is we plug in numbers in order to confirm, right? So let's see. Is it possible? This is already an ordered set. Is it possible that the median is going to be a 6? For example, if I say that n equals a 1, what's going to be the median here?
6.
It's possible, right? 6 is going to be in the middle.
אתה מוסיף לסוף.
סליחה?
אתה מוסיף מספר לסוף.
מי אמר שאין חייב להיות יותר גדול מ-12? Who said that?
שם באמצע.
In fact, we said that whenever we plug in comfortable numbers, we plug in a 0 or a plus or minus 1, right?
מי אמר שאני מוסיף אותם לפי הסדר? זה יכול לא לפי הסדר.
I agree, but this is already ordered. Remember, you started arguing with me in the beginning, but no, what I told you was very, very simple. If you don't know how to solve a question, you ask yourself whether it's a muscle or a maybe question. This is a maybe question. What do you do on maybe questions? What do you do? What did you learn?
זה לא העניין.
What do you do on maybe questions? You plug in what?
answer choices.
In order to confirm them. Got it? You see, so he's trying to, and it's fine, it happens at the beginning, he's trying to reinvent the wheel. No. Remember that you want to make 6 possible. That is what you do, because they ask you which of the following could be. Got it? So if you mark n equals a 1, can the median be 6? Can it be 6? That's it. So it could be 6. Got
מה
it?
שאני בסך הכל אמרתי, זה שאני לא יודע כמה אני יכול להקים את הסט הזה. אני מחייב יכול להוסיף 1 אחרי ה-12. כאילו, אני
Who said that?
לא יודע.
Listen. Okay, so that is your mistake. But the question is, can it be a 6? It can. If you add... זו באמת הייתה הפעם האחרונה. אתם לא מכירים אותי בקטעים האלה, אני בן אדם מאוד מאוד נחוש. אתם תעצבנו אותי, אתם לא תתנהגו בצורה מקצועית, אני אתנהג איתכם בצורה הכי קרה והכי מקצועית שיש. תבינו, זה לא תיכון פה, אין לי כוח לשטויות האלה, זה קטן עליי, זה לא מתאים לי. Got it, Chad? It's a maybe question, and you want to say that it might be possible. Now you're telling me, but wait a minute, what happens if I add it here? Yeah, if you add it here, then the median is not going to be a 6. But the question was not what has to be the median. The question was, can the median be a 6? Can it be a 6? Yes. So remember what we said. We said that the minute that one Roman numeral is possible, what do? We eliminate answer choices that do not include one Roman numeral. Exactly. Can it be a 6.5? So the 6 is possible. Why not? Wait a minute, but what happens if I plug in n equals a 6.5?
אבל זה לא יכול להיות כי זה אינטיג'ר.
Who said that?
If n is in
If
half.
n is an integer. At the beginning, they said n is a number. Usually, by the way, what they do is they put all of the properties of n together. Got it? So a number could have been 6.5, but an integer cannot be a 6.5. So, if I plug in, for example, n equals a 6, so the integer would be a 6. If I plug in n equals a 7, so the integer would be a 7. Got it? So were we able to get a 6.5?
No.
No. So that means that the second one is not correct. Again, what do? We eliminate answer choices that do include the second Roman numeral. Is that sufficient? Yeah. No, it's not. Because we have to go through all of them, yeah, unfortunately. Can it be a 7? Hey, we just plugged it in and we show that it might be a 7 as well, so the correct answer choice is D. Got it? This is a classic maybe question. זו הסיבה שעבדתם עד עכשיו. כדי לדעת איך לעבוד עם שאלה מהסוג הזה או שאלה מהסוג ההוא. בסדר שי? טוב. הלאה. עמוד 464, שאלה 5.
שאלה 5.
If k plus n is less than a k plus n is less than a k. Simplify as much as possible. That means that n is less than a 0. Who's this? Who's this?
Mine.
Okay. So immediately, which of all must be true? That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Remember what we said? We said that the simplification of an inequality is very similar to the simplification of an equation. If it were an equation, what would you have done? You would have eliminated an answer, the same thing on both sides, right? That's exactly what happens here. K, when it goes to the other side, turns into minus k. By the way, question. Does it matter whether k is positive or negative?
No.
No, it doesn't. It's only when we divide or multiply that we care whether the number is positive or negative. Got it? When you add or subtract, in this case you just move it to the other side and it turns into minus k. K minus k is 0. So n is less than 0. Agree? Moving on please. Page 465, question 8. So the opposite page. Meredith has a red hat, a blue hat, and a white hat. So red, blue, white. She's very patriotic. She also has 3 sweaters, 1 red. So we have hats, we have 3. And she has 3 sweaters, 3 as well. Red, blue, and white, and 3 pairs of jeans. So we have pairs of jeans, so 3 as well. Meredith wants to wear a red, white, and blue outfit consisting of 1 hat, 1 sweater, and 1 pair of jeans. How many different possibilities does she have? So, yes. So basically we said that an outfit, we need to ask ourselves how many slots do we have? An outfit is comprised of 3 slots, right? We have a hat, we have a sweater, and we have a jeans, right? Now, we said that we need to work methodically, right? Who wanted this one? Yours?
Me.
How many options does she have for the hat?
3.
It can be either one of the 3 hats, right? How many options does she have for the
2.
sweater?
2.
2. Why 2?
Because she needs only 2 colors for this. Only other 2 colors.
If she
Exactly.
already used one.
Exactly. Here, let's say she used the blue hats.
Yeah.
What she's saying is right now, remember what I told you? I told you to think about these questions chronologically. זוכרים? דיברנו על זה? לחשוב על השאלות בצורה כרונולוגית. זה ממש ממש עובד. So what she said right now is that what Noi said is that assume that she already used 1 color, right? Let's say that the hat that she picked out, so she had 3 options, she chose the blue hat. So that means that now she cannot use blue again. Got it?
זה לא הבנתי.
Now do you get it though?
כן,
עכשיו אתה מבין?
לא הבנתי בשאלה. אני ישר
נכון,
27.
נכון. But now do you understand that she used 1 color here, so she only has, just say. So here she has only 2 colors. Here, she used also already 2 colors, right? So she only has 1 option, so that's going to be a 6. Now, what he's saying is that the question was ambiguous. I don't think it was. So Meredith wants to wear a red, white, and blue outfit consisting of 1 hat, 1 sweater, and 1 pair of jeans. Got it? They told you that the outfit, don't argue with me, it's futile. I mean, that's the question. The question is perfect. Listen. The question is perfect. Basically, they tell you that you want 1 color of each. Got it? Now, if you say 3, 3, 3, which is what you said, and it's a very likely mistake, and I'm assuming that 30% taking on this question would have worked E, right? Then out of these 27 options, you also have the option of a blue hat, right?
Blue.
A blue sweater, and let's say a red pair of jeans. Got it? Is this suitable? Is this good?
No.
No, why?
She needs one of each.
Exactly, got it? So what you said includes options, includes options that do not contain all three colors. Got it? Now, moreover, we also talked about the formula n factorial, right? N factorial is basically just a number of ways, and you said it very nicely. She said, well, 3 factorial. N factorial is the number of ways of arranging n different items in a row or in a column. Got it? So all the colors need to be different, so it's going to be 3, 2, 1. One last remark.
שאולי אם הוא חשב ככה זה יכול להיות כן, כי בעצם אם אתה אומר does the order matter, וזה לא. בגלל שזה יכול להיות זה, ואז אתה פשוט מחלק את זה במספר בחירות הצלת, ואז זה יכול להיות שזה יצא לו שפשוט לא חיבה.
27 by 6 does not come out as 6. And also the order by definition, just take a look at this. Does the order matter or does it not?
No.
It does.
Why?
Because the first one is a hat, the second one is a sweater. Got it? There is a hierarchy there. זה לא שהם אנשים מאותה קבוצה, או אותיות, 3 אותיות שאת יכולה להשתמש בהן שוב ושוב. זו קבוצה אחת, זו קבוצה שנייה, זו קבוצה שלישית. There is a difference. When you have a difference, when you have a hierarchy, then that means that the order probably does matter. So, I know, that's the way it is. I think just thinking about it chronologically helps, right? I mean, let's move on. Please, moving on. So page 465, question number 8.
Right,
Was
we
this
just
it?
did it.
Yeah. So 467, question 14, please. 467, 14, please. So fx. Now, this one has an absolute value, and I told you that absolute values, I have yet to see an absolute value question that was not solved by 2 very simple concepts. The first one and the most important one was plug in a number. So fx equals absolute value of 3x minus 17. For the function defined above, what is one possible value of a for which fa is less than an a? So I want the fa to be less than an a. So again, what did we say? We said that we need to maintain the order. Who wanted this one? Okay, so 2 people. Just maintain the order. Just maintain the order. fx is 3x minus 17 absolute value. So fa is going to be 3a minus 17 absolute value. Agreed? And this needs to be less than an a. That's it. Yes, please. Exactly. That's it. Just plug in whatever you want. Now, if you plug in a 1, that's not a very good idea because 3 minus 17 is going to be very negative. It's going to be minus a 14, but then minus a 14 turns into plus a 14. Got it? And then you have 14. Usually I plug in a 1, right? But then I get, shucks, I get a 14 which is less than a 1. Not good.
I plugged in 5.
Yeah, what you need to do, but it's good to think about this. What you guys need to do then, you just need to think about a bigger number, right? Because the greater this is going to be, hopefully this can become shorter, right? Become smaller. So what you plug?
5.
So this was not good. So she plugged in a 5. Why plug in a 5? Why plug in a 5? Yeah, go ahead.
Because 3 times 5 is 15 and it's smaller than 7.
Exactly. It's very close to 17, right? So if I'm going to subtract to 17, it's going to be something very close to 0, which is going to be less than 5. So here I have 15 minus 17, that's a minus 2. What is the absolute value of minus 2?
2.
2. Is 2 less than 5?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So is it possible, Danielle, that a can be a 5?
Yeah.
Yes. So you just write this one down. Now, after you do this, and I do want to approach it, you tell me, okay, so I was able to solve, I didn't know how to solve it, it was which of the following could be, right? So I just plugged in something that might work, and it worked. But then I also want to know the mathematical way, right? So let me show you the mathematical way, and by the way, you do need to know it. It's not easy. It's not easy, but you do need to know it. Listen, if somebody tells you that x plus 2 absolute value is less than 7. What does that mean? X plus 2 can be a positive number, in which case that positive number simply has to be less than that positive number, which is 7. However, we said that this number can also be negative, right? Can this number be a -5, for example, together? Can it be a -5?
Yeah.
Yeah, because -5 absolute value is a 5. Right? 5 is still less than 7. Can this number be a -8?
No.
For example? No, because absolute value -8 is 8, right? And 8 is not less than 7. Oh, therefore, it simply needs to be more than the negative version. Write it down, please. This is the first time I think we've seen it during the course, and it solves it relatively nice.
אפשר שתגדיר את זה מילולית, פשוט אחר כך לא... זה יותר קל.
כן, אני חושב שזה יותר קל כך, אבל אם את רוצה אני אכתוב את זה פעם אחת. ביטוי בערך מוחלט שקטן.
רגע.
ביטוי בערך מוחלט שקטן מביטוי אחר חייב להיות קטן מהאחר או גדול מהגרסה השלילית של האחר. בסדר? זה ניסוח די מדויק, אבל כמו שדניאל אמרה, יותר לא יכול לעבוד עם זה. אגב, I want you guys to see something here. Oh, by the way, Shai, there is something additional here. Most people don't know how to work with the double inequality. Most people do not know how to work with this. What would you have done here?
You do the 2 on both sides.
הייתי מפרקת את זה.
Let's say I want to reach x. Oh, I just want to reach x. So in school they teach you, break it down into 2 different inequalities. No, I don't want you guys to do that. Remember that you subtract a 2 from all of these. But remember, and here's the kicker, that you have to do it on every single item. Got it? So you have 2 inequalities, which means that you have 3 items, quote unquote. That means that you subtract the 2 here, which is a 5. You subtract the 2 here, which is an x. You subtract the 2 here, which is an... Exactly. Got it? So please, you have 2 relatively important pieces of information that we've yet to see up until now.
אפשר שנייה?
Just a sec. להציג את זה ואז אני אגיד את זה בשביל זה. באי שוויון כפול, אני מכתיב, אני שומע, באי שוויון כפול צריך לבצע את אותה הפעולה, באי שוויון כפול צריך לבצע את אותה הפעולה על כל אחד משלושת האגמים, דגש על 3. So, in a double inequality, we need to do the same arithmetic operation on each one of the 3 sections. Got it? בסדר? אז פה בעצם הפחדתי 2 מהשבע, מהx פלוס 2 מהמינוס 7.
משלושת החלקים?
האגפים, או החלקים, כן. מה אמרתי?
משלושת.
משלושת החלקים, או האגפים, כן.
Okay.
So, going back to this. Now, I was able, remember, this, I don't always teach this. I have to, since we have 15 lessons, so I can teach you that. Right, so 3a minus 17, absolute value is less than an a. Tell me, please, here we had a 7. Is the a positive? 7 is a positive number. Is the a positive?
We don't know.
No.
Generally speaking, you don't know. However,
זה לא משנה.
It doesn't matter.
it does.
No, it has to be.
כן.
It has to
כי
be.
זה לא יכול להיות דרך מוחלט או משהו.
Exactly. So if a is more than something with an absolute value, a has to be positive. Got it? So going back to what I indicated to you, can you tell me this was the equivalent of that, right? This was the equivalent of that. Can you tell me what this is going to be? 3a פחות 17 מה הוא יהיה? קטן מי?
A וגדול מ-0.
וגדול מי?
מינוס A.
מינוס a. הגרסה השלילית. נכון?
ואז
Got it? Now, what do? You want to arrive at a, subtract, or add 17, right? So if you add 17 to everything, then this is going to be 3a, which is less than an a plus 17, right? Which is more than 17 minus a, right? Now, I'm not sure you can solve it like this, you know what?
You can, because you can divide out the a, it doesn't work.
No, you cannot divide out the a.
Oh yeah,
Because
sorry,
then you would
sorry,
have
yeah,
minus 17 over
So
a. You can subtract an a. can subtract an A. So 2A is going to be less than a 17, which is going to be more than 17 minus 2A, right? And then A is going to be less than 8.5, which is going to be more than 17 minus 2A divided by 2. Now, it's true what I have here, right? But I already understood that A has to be positive, right? A has to be positive. And A is less than 8.5. It's difficult. No, I'm shocked. I was sure that the mathematical way was going to solve it. I thought that the plug-in that we usually do was just an ancillary, משהו נוסף, משהו משני בחשיבותו. לא, למעשה זה היה הדבר הנכון לעשות.
אפשר להגיד משהו?
Just say. So if you have A less than an 8.5, that would have given you an indication of what you can plug in here. And indeed, by the way, you plugged in a 5, right? And a 5 is less than an 8.5. Okay.
למה שאמרת על הדרך.
Yep.
אם זה לא קטן אלא גדול, אז אני צריך לפזר את זה בשתיים נפרדים.
As if you want, okay, let me show it. If x plus 2 absolute value is more than a 7, that means that x plus 2 is either more than a 7, or that an x plus 2 is less than a what?
Negative.
Minus 7, exactly. For example, a minus 8, right? If you have a minus 8 here, Gabriel, then it's going to be more than a 7, okay? So if it's less than, then it's going to be between the positive and the negative version. If it's more than, it's going to be beyond the positive version and below the negative version. Exactly. But honestly, just plug in. I mean, and it works here quite nicely. One last remark about this. Anyone? Yes?
יש איזשהו פתרון שקשור לראות בחזקה?
Yes. But then, yeah, then it's gonna be